Alright guys, in today's video we're going to show you how to install a van window. See the window here, and then there's a mess here where I've got some tools and stuff we're going to use. Here's a piece of cardboard. So the first step is to make a cardboard template using the clamp ring. Now we're just going to cut out inside the outline part. Now we'll do a test fit of the window. So that's basically what you want. It's a pretty good fit. I actually almost skipped a step. It's not quite required, but this is something I did with the other windows, which actually helped the install quite a bit. So take the clamp ring and go ahead and put the screws in. Only hand tight, you don't want to get them as tight as they can go. You just want to start them off so that when you're actually installing the window, there's already some threads made. If not, it's incredibly hard to screw in these screws to the little seam. So go ahead and get these in. All right, so I got all the screws in. It took a lot longer than I had expected. So I'm sweating. So now we will transcribe this to the outside of the van, drill some holes to outline it. I've got a little brace I have to actually cut. Got some cutting discs for the angle grinder. So let's go out there and get to it. So I've just measured how far down from this line my back windows are. I'm gonna try to get this one even with that. So I'm gonna make some markings right now before I tape up the template. Just so you guys can see. So I'm gonna line the template up roughly with these dots. When drilling the holes, you want to make sure to drill a lot of holes on the corners where it's rounded, or else you're going to break your jigsaw blade. Learn that firsthand. Notice how there's a lot more holes on the curves. I'd say at least one every inch, a little more than an inch and a quarter. I really should be wearing long sleeves and pants. These are the cutting discs I ordered off Amazon. Everything's gonna be linked in the description that I use in this video, guys, as always, so. This is actually adhesived. Interesting. I'm just gonna clean this up. And maybe I want to prime and seal these, I suppose, metal parts that I just cut open. So now, let's it's time to cut a hole in the van for the window. So to this, I'm gonna use a jigsaw with a metal blade. You want a blade with the most teeth per inch. This is the most I could find. It was 36 teeth per inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill an entry hole that will fit this blade. And I'm also gonna tape around the entire outside of my outline. That way the jigsaw does not scratch up the van and then cause rust. Next step is to file these edges. It fits! So guys, at this point, what we're doing is we're basically pushing the window in and just making sure that it doesn't catch on any of the edges. Make sure you don't need to file down or cut any more out.
What's the next step?
We have to paint the edges of the metal.
Oh yeah. It is hot out here, y'all. It is hot. I mean, it's May. It's like 90 degrees at like 8 o'clock.
So we're gonna use some 3M Fast Cure 5200 to make the gasket. The reason I'm not using butyl tape on this window is because I'm afraid our butyl tape's not thick enough and then we won't get a good seal. So we're just gonna use our factory gasket, and I've watched other people do it this way. So there's a little break in the gap here. So we're gonna put some silicone there. And then we're basically just gonna put a bead all the way around.
Oh.
Alright, so Natasha's going to hold the window in for us. We're going to center it. Will you raise it some? Alright, now push it. Close the window. Well. Push it in. Trick for you guys when you're putting these back in is to screw the screw left until you hear it click. That means it's in the threads that you made, and then you go ahead and tighten it down. That way you don't thread over your threads and then mess up your hole. Thank you, Reddit, for that trick. Alright guys, and once you get everything screwed in, you want to come on and clean the excess silicone on the outside. If you're using butyl tape, what I like to do is take a credit card and run it across the edge to separate it. And with butyl tape, you can take silicone and seal up the very edge. But on this window, we have a few little covers for weep holes. So you want to leave the bottom ones uncovered, and that's because when it rains, the water is going to run down here and then drain out. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video or got any value out of this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.